Lakers didn't just make roster moves, they might have just pulled the first trigger in a much bigger plan. While fans were focused on Marcus Smart joining and a few bench players getting waived, something else was going on. These moves were random. They looked like the opening steps in a setup, a calculated move to free space, shift contracts, and quietly aim for something huge. That something is Drew Holiday. Reports now link him directly to the Lakers. And it's not just smoke. Insiders say talks have happened. This could flip the entire balance of their backcourt. The Lakers might be chasing one of the toughest defenders in the league while no one's watching. And if they pull it off, everything changes. Their defense, their identity, even their starting five. This isn't about Smart, Koloko, or second unit depth. This might be the opening move in a shocking trade run that brings Holiday to LA. And if that's the case, the next question is simple. Is he really worth it? Because at 35 years old, Holiday still brings a lot, but at a heavy price. Let's get into what makes him so important next. Big stories, bigger twists. Subscribe to Elite Hoops now and stay ahead of the game. Drew Holiday isn't some aging vet just riding out his final seasons. He's still one of the most respected defenders in the league, and that's not just talk. He's been locking up star guards for over a decade, and even now, at 35, he's making a real impact on both ends of the floor. Last season, he put up solid numbers, 11 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and over a steal per game while guarding the toughest matchups night after night. What separates Holiday from most veterans is his discipline and IQ. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to help his team win. He moves well off the ball, knocks down shots when left open, and understands rotations better than most. And let's not forget, he's a career 37% shooter from three. That's a big deal on a Lakers team that struggled with spacing for years. But there's a catch. Holiday's not cheap. His contract is heavy, over $30 million per year and rising. That kind of number doesn't just slide into a roster. It forces decisions. And that's exactly what makes this trade idea tricky. Because while his value on the court is clear, the price to bring him in might be bigger than fans expect. And that's what we need to break down next. What would it actually take for the Lakers to get him? Drew Holiday might be valuable, but his contract isn't easy to work with. He's locked in through the 2027-28 season with a salary rising each year, finishing at over $37 million in the final season. For a team like the Lakers, that kind of number isn't just expensive. It's a gamble. One wrong move and you're stuck with no room to adjust when things go sideways. This trade wouldn't just be about trading players. It's about finding the right combination of money and talent that actually works under the cap. If the Lakers go for it, they'd likely have to send out multiple contracts just to match the salary. And that means saying goodbye to pieces like Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, or maybe even someone like Jared Vanderbilt. Players who, while not stars, still fill real roles. On top of that, there's the draft capital. The Lakers have limited first-round picks left to move. Giving one up, especially the 2031 first, would mean betting big on a short window. So now the question isn't just about talent, it's about timing. Are the Lakers ready to make a win-now move that could close their future doors? The next step is figure out who they're actually willing to give up. If the Lakers really want Drew Holiday, someone important is getting pushed out. Rui Hachimura's name has come up in trade talk, but many believe he should be off limits. He's young, improving, and fits well next to Luka and Luka. Trading him now would feel like giving up on a player just entering his prime, and that's rarely a smart move. The more likely names are Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, and Maxi Kleber. Gabe Vincent hasn't fully clicked in LA, Kleber brings size but limited upside, and Vanderbilt's value has dropped after injuries and inconsistent play. Together, their contracts could match Holiday's number, but it's not just about math. It's about how much talent you're losing to get one star. And even then, this might not be enough. Portland will want more than filler players. That's where draft picks and younger pieces like Dalton Connect come into play. So now it's not just about if the Lakers should trade for Holiday, but how far they're willing to go. And that decision could shake up their entire rotation, starting with who actually gets to stay on the court. On paper, putting Drew Holiday next to Marcus Smart sounds like a dream for defense. Two of the league's best perimeter stoppers on the same team, that's not something you see every day. But fit matters. Both players are guards, and the Lakers already have Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves in that mix. That's 4 guys who need minutes, and there's only so much time to go around. If Holiday starts, someone has to sit, and that someone might be Reeves. He's younger, cheaper, and still developing, but his defense isn't at Holiday's level. Do you move him to the bench after all the growth he's shown, or do you bring Holiday off the bench and risk wasting one of your biggest trade chips? Either way, it creates a tough call for the coaching staff. Then there's the lineup itself. A starting five of Luka, Holiday, Rui, LeBron, and Ayton could be strong on both ends, but it also needs chemistry. Too many ball handlers can clog the offense. Too many defenders without spacing can limit flow. So while the talent would look good on paper, fitting it together on the floor could be a different story. And that's not even the toughest part, because Portland still controls whether any of this even happens. This trade doesn't happen unless Portland says yes, and right now they hold all the cards. With Damian Lillard gone, the Blazers are fully in rebuild mode. They're not looking to add veterans like Drew Holiday to lead a playoff run. They're looking for young talent and future picks. That means LA can't just offer matching contracts. They need to bring something real to the table. There's another problem. Holiday doesn't want to be in Portland. Reports say he wasn't thrilled about being sent back there, and he's not hiding it. But none of that matters unless the Blazers find a trade that helps their future. They're in no rush. They can hold on to him, wait for better offers, or use him as leverage. And that puts the Lakers in a tight spot. Even if LA makes a decent offer, it might not be enough. Portland could easily ask for more picks, better players, or a bigger long-term benefit. And with limited assets already, LA can't afford a bidding war. That's why they might need to get creative and look beyond just Holiday to make this trade worth it. Which brings us to a name that hasn't been talked about enough. If the Lakers really want value out of this trade, they can't just stop at Drew Holiday. That's where Matisse Thybulle comes in. He's not a big name, but his skill set is exactly what the Lakers are missing. A long athletic wing who can defend multiple positions and actually hit a quarter three. He does the dirty work without needing touches, and that's rare in today's game. Adding Thybulle would fix a major hole in the Lakers' rotation. Neither Holiday nor Smart can defend big wings. Thybulle can. He brings elite defensive instincts, quick hands, and real discipline, averaging nearly 3 steals per 36 minutes. He's also improved as a shooter, hitting around 35% from 3 over the last 2 years, especially from the corners. So that makes him a solid two-way option without breaking the offense. Still, it comes at a cost. And that brings us to the final piece. How smart is this gamble really? This isn't just a trade, it's a statement. If the Lakers go after Drew Holiday and Matisse Thybulle, they're telling the league they're all in on defense, but they're also putting a lot at risk. Holiday's contract is huge, Thybulle's not a guaranteed offensive fit, and the Lakers' future picks are limited. One wrong step and this could backfire fast. There's also the age factor. Holiday is 35. LeBron isn't getting younger. Luka Doncic may be in his prime, but the rest of this core is built for right now, not 5 years from now. Is that the right timeline for the Lakers to commit to? If they go through with this trade, they're betting everything on this version of the roster being good enough to win, and soon. So now it's all about timing, value, and long-term impact. Is this the move that puts LA over the top, or just another short-term swing that leaves them stuck later? The answer depends on how much they're willing to give up and how much they believe this team can win as it is. One thing's for sure, if they make this deal, there's no turning back. Blessings to all my Elite Hoop subscriber family. Your support means everything. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next one.